Welcome back to my video blog. This is Mike Tchobanian with Vegas Capital Realty. Today I'm going to be covering what is the escrow process is all about and what is title due. We have Diana Holquin with us from WFG National Title here. Welcome to my video blog, Diana.
Hi, thank
Hi.
you.
So basically, Diana, what is your job as an escrow officer?
What we do is we take instructions from both the buyer and the seller and the lender, and we bring everything together. So we sign the buyer and the seller, and then we record everything and disperse all the funds to everybody once we have all the instructions.
So you pretty much follow what's on the contract and make sure everything gets done and executed
Correct.
from beginning to closing, right?
Exactly.
And when the buyer and seller sign a contract, they agree on an escrow deposit. The escrow deposit gets deposited, or the escrow money gets deposited with you. Now, in case if one of the parties default, does the money automatically go to the seller, on example?
No, we have to have signed cancellation instructions, and once we get signed cancellation instruction from both parties, then we would refund the EMD money back to the buyer or the seller, depending on what it says.
So basically, that money sits there. It's no one's money, even though if one of them defaults, you do need both parties to sign off on it.
And
Okay.
it stays in the trust account
Excellent.
until then.
Excellent. And there are of course fees for seller and buyer. What would be the top three fees, would you say, in an escrow?
First, our escrow fee, and that is what we do for what we do as far as our escrow instructions and all of our backup documents. That is our
Escrow
main.
fee? Okay.
Correct.
And approximately how much would that be, let's say, on a purchase of $300,000?
300,000 is probably 750, and that's usually split between the buyer and the
50-50.
seller.
So give and take $750, great. And then what other fees would be for seller?
The seller, we would have the owner's policy, and that is to ensure that the buyer would be given clear title.
Okay, that's pretty much the owner policy would guarantee that the buyer is getting a clear title.
Correct.
And how much would that cost be on a $300,000 purchase, approximately?
Probably about $1,400-$1,500.
About $1,400-$1,500, and the seller would pay for that.
Correct.
Okay, and now what about the buyer side? What fees are there?
The buyer would have, the most important one would be the lender's policy if it is a loan.
Okay,
Then that is ensuring that the lender is going to be in first position and that there's no liens or judgments on the property as well.
Okay, so that's basically ensuring that the lender will have no surprises with any liens, and they're going to be getting a clear title.
Exactly.
Perfect. Okay, and how much would that be, approximately?
It depends on the loan amount, not on the sales price, so that is based on the loan amount, so it's hard to say.
That comes from who would determine the fee?
We determine the fee, but it's based off whatever the loan amount the buyer is getting.
I see. I
So,
got you. Okay. Okay, great. And then what about transfer tax?
transfer tax, customary, the seller would pay that, but again, we go off the contract, and it's $5.10 per thousand of the sales price.
$5.10 per thousand.
Correct.
Interesting. Okay, great. Now, excellent. So that's pretty much all the fees, the major fees.
The major
other
fees. There
okay.
are other fees for the buyer if they are getting a loan from us, but those are the three major
Got
fees.
you. Okay, great. Well, that's very helpful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And if you have any questions about title and escrow, the process, feel free to give us a call or give Diana directly a call. She's with WFG National Title. And if you have any questions or if you are thinking about selling your home or buying a home, call me directly. Mike Tchobanian, Vegas Capital Realty.